We are ascending to new levels of wet skin today. Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. We have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you so much again for 20k. I am the luckiest bitch in the world. But today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, is just going to be your basic, classic, current favorites video. It's actually been a pretty hot minute since I've done a current favorite video. A lot in my life has changed. And of course, I've had a ton of time to test out a bunch of new products and just cycle through some new things. And I have a lot of really great products that I've just been loving with my entire heart lately. So these are like the top of the top favorites. Full details of this makeup look should already be on Instagram. I just want to say a really quick thank you again for all the support on the Flower Child collection. I was very excited and very nervous to launch this fall collection of merch. So glad that you guys are loving the designs. As of now, I'm 99% sure this is going to be limited editions. Yeah, you can shop the designs at bonfire.com/store/Julia Mazzucato. To anyone who chooses to support your local dewy skin college student, thank you so much in advance. It means the whole world. Folks, I think I've rambled enough. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. Straight hair Julia is kind of a vibe, like different vibe from curled hair Julia, but like still a vibe.
I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that?
As you guys know, I cut my hair earlier this summer because it was extremely damaged and super unhealthy. And it's been a painstaking process growing it out, but I'm trying to do it in a healthy and sustainable way so that my hair doesn't get super damaged again. And I haven't been making that many gains in like inches, but it's been growing back and growing back healthy, and that's what matters. The first favorite of the month I want to talk about are my shampoo and my conditioner. I've been using Formulate's shampoo and conditioner set for months. I want to say I started using them in April, and I've been tweaking my formula since then. So I've been using them long before they kindly sponsored today's video. But basically, Formulate is a custom hair care set where you fill out a survey about what kind of goals you want to get out of your shampoo and conditioner set, and they custom formulate, hence the name, your own shampoo and conditioner sets. There are a bunch of kind of like custom shampoo and conditioner brands, but Formulate was the first to do it, and in my opinion, the best to do it. As I said, I've been using them for months. This is my current set I've been using, but I have the original formulation that I tried out. You're able to test out the formula on your own, make whatever tweaks you want through their mobile app, which is very helpful. All of their formulas are sulfate-free, paraben-free, preservative-free, and cruelty-free. And because it's custom, it's good for all hair types. My goals, I focus on bond repair, like shine and healthiness, and these have just been working like a dream for me. So I am holding a giveaway if you want to win your own 14-ounce set of shampoo and conditioner. You can go ahead and find all the details for that in the link below. But I love this brand, and I love when I get the opportunity to work with a brand that I've genuinely been using in my daily life for months, literally every time I get in the shower. So these are definitely a current favorite, but thank you to Formulate for sponsoring today's video. Check out the giveaway if you want, and yeah, on to the other beauty things. Okie dokie, the first thing, did I just say okie dokie? Am I like Luigi all of a sudden?
Okie dokie.
The first thing I want to talk about, I posted one look with this one on Instagram, and all the comments. Whenever you see me using a new palette on Instagram, you can usually just assume I'm gonna review it on my channel. I had a ton of requests to review the new Sugarpill Fun Size Mini Palette. First of all, the packaging, very cute. Just gives me all the e-thought gamer girl vibes I ever needed in my life. Bathwater hitting the merch store soon. But I was super excited when I saw Sugarpill releasing this color scheme, also in a $27 mini palette, because we all know Sugarpill's eyeshadows are ridiculously expensive. So my main concerns with this were, because it's pastels, I wasn't sure if it was gonna be absolutely amazing or just complete trash. Also, I wanted to see if the formula in here, the $27 mini palette, would be the same as Sugarpill's regular shadows. There's quite the price jump between these two palettes, and I just wanted to see if the formula would be the same. Normally when more like expensive or high-end brands come out with mini palettes, they're just not anywhere near the same quality. Natasha Denona, Viseart, Violet Voss, pretty much everybody, even like Huda Beauty's mini palettes, they're not bad, but they're not the same quality as the regular big palettes. Basically, my thoughts on this in shorthand, as you can probably tell by it being in this video, I love this. I love that it's kind of this like updated take on a rainbow palette. It is kind of rainbow, but it's like lighter pastel shades, and they managed to do these types of colors without them being chalky or just unpigmented. These are insane. These are really, really good. Love the mint green here called Twitch. 8-bit is my favorite shade in the entire palette. Honestly, I love every single shade in here except for this like yellow here called Continue. I don't know, something about this color just doesn't really seem right with the rest of the palette. It's not like deep enough to be a mustard yellow, but it's also not light enough to be pastel. Just kind of like is there. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the color scheme. But everything else, amazing. I've done a couple different looks with this one. I just really like it. I think it's a really great way to test out Sugarpill's formula. I think it is pretty consistent with this big formula here. And even as a standalone palette, this is something that I'm just very glad that I have in my collection. I feel like it's added something I didn't previously have, which were these like very saturated, very rich in color, creamy pastel shades. And these are beautiful. So very much enjoying this. Y'all saw it coming. Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation has kind of been the only thing I've been wanting to wear. I have been forcing myself to use other things, but this has just been something I can put on and undoubtedly have a very good skin day. I'm super excited to see how this one holds up throughout the seasons, but because it's doing so well during summer, I just have a good feeling about this formula. Also, I'm in the shade 210N, and this has been one of the best shade matches I've ever found for myself. It's one of those very like pleasing moments when I blend it down. I don't have to take it all the way down my neck because it actually like matches my face.
I lost all hope today.
And I just have no qualms with this foundation. Well, but yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably only going to take maybe like 2 or 3 foundations up to college. Just this one and probably YSL All Hours and then a tinted moisturizer. But if that doesn't speak to how much I love this one, I don't know what does. I don't have enough concealers in my collection to do like a full concealer collection declutter video, but generally concealer is one of those steps that doesn't excite me. Like when I blend out a foundation and it looks good, I notice that shit. But when I blend out a concealer and it looks good, I'm like, yeah, okay. But I don't know what took me so long to try this out, but the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer, I'm wearing it on my face right now. From what I remember, not the best shade range. Most drugstore brands aren't. But this one came out around the same time as the foundation. I think I saw a lot more reviews for the foundation than the concealer, so this just kind of flew under the radar for me, and I tried this one out lately. It's such a beautiful formula, very medium coverage, very dewy in the skin, but it doesn't crease too much. But what I love about this one is that it's so ridiculously easy to blend. With like more full coverage, thicker concealer formulas, I love that they cover everything, but they can be just a little bit more work to blend. This one, it's just like a 1-2 pat with your sponge, and it's gone. Also, for a more luminous concealer, I find this one doesn't slip around on the face. It lasts really nicely while not looking like a very obvious patch of extra coverage. So this is beautiful with like a full beat like this, or with a more like no makeup look. Whatever you desire, I think this can do a very good job of doing it. So I've been really enjoying this one. Let me tell you a little story about a blush combo that has rocked my world recently. I saw an Instagram makeup artist doing this. I believe it was Danielle Markin. But basically what she did was she took the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Storm. This is a beautiful like deeper kind of berry tone shade, and she mixed it with lip gloss, particularly the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. I think it was Fenty Glow, could have been Fussy, not sure. Either way, same effect. She did like a 1-to-1 mixture of these and put it on her cheeks, and it was just this glossy shine of youthful pinkness. And I was right there, rhapsody to new dewy levels. I had to test it out for myself. I'm wearing it on my cheeks right now. It looks just like this beautiful natural flush, but because it has this tiny hint of glossiness, it just looks like your skin naturally is that juicy and beautiful. I would say the essential part of it is the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Storm. You can use Haze if you want to as well. I just think you need like a berry toned liquid blush like this. And then for lip gloss, I've tried a bunch of different ones. The Fenty one is beautiful because it has a little bit of like micro shimmer in there. Of course, if you don't want to like waste your Fenty gloss bomb, which like I wouldn't, any lip gloss that has a pink shade to it is going to be fine. This morning I used the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper Gloss in the shade Cranberry Crush. Yeah, you just squirt them out onto your hand, kind of take a stippling brush and mix them together just to get a nice glossy blush. Stipple it on, blend it out, and it just looks... Obviously do it on an unset face, and if you don't like dewy skin.
I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
And surprisingly, it doesn't feel like super sticky or wet to the touch. I think the gloss, because it's so diffused out and because it's in such a thin layer, it really does dry down and just like looks beautiful throughout the day. So that's kind of been my favorite very, very dewy cheek combo lately. It seems crazy at first. When you're putting it on, you're like, what the hell am I doing? Thank me later though. My next favorite, Cannabis. No, I'm kidding. I'm a good girl.
That's not true though.
I think cannabis, CBD, hemp in general has been just a really hot ingredient, especially in skincare. I've been using this for months. It's been like a soft favorite, but recently it's just been a huge favorite. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Pear Cannabis and Oat Dry Oil. This is the very last step on my skincare routine, so after I put on serums, moisturizers, everything else, I'll seal it all in with the oil and go to sleep. I'm gonna say straight up, it does kind of smell like weed. I went to public school, I'm used to it. But it's not like overwhelming and it's not like a gross weed smell, it's just a very light hemp scent, and I think it's nice. Because I'm going to sleep, I don't mind it. I love this because when my skin is at its angriest, it's having like any type of allergic reaction. If I over exfoliated, if I just did too much, I'll put this one on, and in the morning all the redness gone, my skin happy, dewy, beautiful, perfect. And as far as price goes, I think First Aid Beauty is one of the most like fairly priced high-end skincare brands. They're very good for sensitive skin as well, and I think most of their products are targeted to dry skin, but this I think can work on any skin type. So I highly recommend this one. This has saved my skin when it's just been doing the roughest. I had kind of like meh feelings about it when I first reviewed this one, but the Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Fair has become one of my favorite cream bronzers lately. I bought this one thinking it was going to be a good cream contour, and then I saw the shade and I was like, okay, it's warm. It's not great for contouring. I think it's fine on the cheekbones. I can get away with a little bit of a warmer contour on my cheekbones, but on my nose, oh, it's a disaster. This is such a beautiful cream bronzer. It's definitely very pigmented, and unlike Huda's other complexion products, it doesn't have an aggressive scent to it, so you will not get an asthma attack. But it packs a lot of pigmentation to it, but it blends really easily, and I was very shocked by how nicely it diffused out. This is just a very heavy duty cream bronzer, I would say. So personally, one of my favorite cream bronzers is the Nude Sticks Nudies Bondi Bay. Almost the exact same shade. This one, it's a bit more of like a creamy emollient formula. So I can notice this one kind of fading throughout the day, whereas this one, probably the closest thing I've ever seen to like a waterproof bronzer. I never ever wear makeup to the gym, but just for like kicks and giggles, I put this one onto my cheeks one day, went to the gym, sweat a ton, and it held up really well. So through summer days, if you're somebody who's oilier, or even if you just get a little bit dewy throughout the day, this holds up very well, so I enjoy this one a lot. Even though I didn't love it as a contour, I think it's beautiful as a nice Tantour bronzer. I'm honestly kind of obsessed with this eye look today. Lately I've been kind of steering myself away from doing like very structured cut creases and just more kind of like blending everything out, smoking it all out, and then doing a nice like smudged out shimmery eyelid. I love both of them, but I love how shimmers just kind of like blend out into the crease and just diffuse nicely. But yeah, for today's eye look, I use the Jackie Aina Anastasia palette, and I've just been really liking this one. I don't know, man, this has been like climbing the ranks. It's never gonna surpass Modern Renaissance or Soft Glam for me, like that's just a given, but I don't know, this has been like kind of rising in the ranks of my favorite Anastasia palettes. I've just been reaching for this a lot because it can do so many different things. This morning I knew I wanted a colorful look, and when I look at this palette as a whole, I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, neutral with a couple of pops of color. But my looks with these kind of vibrant pinky shades have just been some of my favorites in my collection. I've also just been really loving the kind of like neutral brown shades in here. The duochrome green called Sponsored. One of my favorite shades in the palette by far. But Zam down here makes me feel things. Today I'm wearing Pinker and Big Wig in the crease, and the Wigglies and Shookington on my lid. Trust Issues on my inner corner. Simple 5-shade eye look, but it looks very amped up, and I love that you can kind of just do so many different things with this one. So the quality is there. I feel like this is getting very overshadowed by the new Norvina Volume 1, which is another issue I have with them releasing two palettes so close to each other. But yeah, from the holographic snakeskin packaging to the shades in here, I've been loving on this palette lately. It's been a while since I've switched up my sponge preferences. For, I'd say, the entire year, I've just been diehard for the AOA Studio Wonder Blenders, and I still do love these ones. I used one this morning. I recently tried out the AOA Mochi Wonder Blender. Regular Wonder Blenders I think are $1. The Mochi I think is $1.88. Not too big of a deal. I don't mind paying the extra 88 cents, especially when the 88 cents are going to charity. Basically, this was marketed as a softer version of the Wonder Blender. It's like memory foam. I would love to sleep on this one. I was concerned that because it was so pillowy soft, it wouldn't like actually effectively blend everything, but it does an amazing job. It has the classic teardrop shape, but it also has a nice flat edge on the side. It's really good for getting the concealer blended out really, really close to the lower lash line. So as of now, they only have this pink shade here, but I love these. My new favorite sponge. It is hot as the devil's anus here. Okay, don't make fun of me for loving the most boring blush ever bewildered to mankind, but y'all know I really do like the Kylie Cosmetics pressed powder cheek products. I love the bronzers, love the highlighters, but this blush in Pink Power, it's a basic pink blush, and I love it with my whole heart, okay? As much as I love me a good like red blush or an orange blush, or even like a fun and fresh like brown blush, sometimes I just want a good basic pink blush that works with everything. Clearly I've used a ton. You're like barely even able to see the drips. I don't really use things this much. It looks so boring in the pan, but it is such a nice color. Like 1 to 2 coats of this one on the cheeks, and it's just that perfect amount of very, very natural pinkness that just looks like I've been out here, not locked in my room studying, having a good time in my life. So yeah, it's a basic color, definitely could be duped, but you know what, I love this formula, I love the packaging. It's just something I've been loving lately. I'm currently mad at Colourpop for all this clownery, but it's so hard to kind of like narrow down my favorites from Colourpop because they release an aggressive amount of new SKUs. And also I feel like because they're releasing so many new products, they're also discontinuing a lot of the good stuff, which breaks my heart. Seriously. These are a banger. They've always been a banger, and they will continue to be bangers. Colourpop's Ultra Blotted Lips, the ultimate summer lip. My two favorite shades are Zuma and Sleepy Eyes. These, so good. If these ever get discontinued, I'm just gonna will my entire life savings to Samantha Robindoll jump off a cliff. Whenever I wear these without fail, I get asked what's on my lips. Blotted lipsticks are exactly what they sound like. They're the thinnest, just slight kiss of color. They give you that like nice popsicle kind of lip, but they genuinely just don't feel like you're wearing anything. So you want just a very neutral nudie shade, Zuma is the way to go. If you want a little bit more of like a rosy, almost terracotta pink, sleepy eyes. Colourpop, this is a threat. Do not discontinue these. I know where your factory is. I will riot. It's right by my school. I love doing current favorite videos because every month I share my favorite new releases. I love sharing things that I reviewed a long time ago, but I've just been loving a lot more recently. And one of those things I've been using daily has been the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy set. My second bottle of this. I personally love this one with the Anastasia foundation. That might be a little bit too much for some people. If I'm wearing a more mattified foundation or if I'm wearing something that I had to set down with powder and I want it to be nice and skin-like again, this has been the ultimate. This has been the spray to end all sprays. Not the like finest mist known to mankind, but I do think it is nice. It has a very light coconut scent, but it's not anything I'm super sensitive to. Just brought that nice like skin-like shine to the middle of my face and particularly like right here. I've seen people like putting highlighter here to give you that like nice wet look effect. I don't love that look. I don't love that look because I do have like dry patches here in texture, so just kind of spraying this one on, melts all the powders in, makes everything look great. It's a very good setting spray. This has been the summer of watermelon, also the summer of Korean skincare. So fusing those two favorite things together, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask has been such a banger. It's the Hannah Montana face mask, the best of both worlds. For me, I have a lot of texture, but also my skin is sensitive and very dry. I love this one because it has the AHAs to very like lightly polish everything down, but also the ingredients in here are very, very moisturizing. So I can exfoliate my skin without it being too irritated or too overpowered by the product. I love my like once a week routine where I put this one on, I go to sleep, I wake up, my skin's like a baby butt. I just genuinely think it's such a good product for so many different skin types. Even if you do have oily skin, everyone can benefit from hydration. I think that's such a common misconception, is that people who have oilier skin are like, I'm not going to use moisturizer or something because I don't need it. If you don't properly hydrate your skin after exfoliating, it's just going to create more oil and really throw off the balance of your skin. So when I first reviewed this one, I had kind of like mixed meh feelings about it, and now when I want juicy, juicy, juicy skin, this has been it. This is the Patrick Ta Major Glow Highlighting Mist. I have the shade Look at Her. It's the white one. My main gripes with this one when I first reviewed it were like, it's kind of hard to get it in that like nice cheekbone area where you want most highlighters to be. And I've kind of realized this one, you're not going to get it in like a perfect stripe the way you would get like a powder highlighter or anything else. I've just kind of realized that whenever I use this one, I'm going to get that nice shine all the way around the orbital bone. And you know what? I love that. This is wet skin in a can. Try and focus it here, but it really ends up going all the way around my eye. Definitely do it before you do eyeshadow or lashes or anything, because it will get in there. You just get this really glossy, wet looking shine. It's not glittery or anything. I wouldn't even say it's icy. It just looks like naturally dewy, beautiful skin. It is pretty pricey for the amount of product in here, but I just think it's such a beautiful shine, and under natural light and studio light, it just looks beautiful on the skin. Final favorite, I'm very pleased to say I've found something that I really, really like from Lush. I've had quite a hit and miss relationship with a lot of their products, but I've been trying out the Lush Whipstick. It's just basically a potted lip balm. It has a chocolate orange scent, which I didn't think I was going to be into, but it's delightful. It's just a really good lip balm. It's not really my nighttime lip balm. I do still love the Laneige lip sleeping mask for that because it's just very deep, rich hydration. But throughout the day, as my lips feel dry, I'll just kind of take this one, stick a finger in there, pat it onto the lip. It tastes great, and I've just noticed my lips not being chapped at all this month. That's crazy because the rest of my skin has been like flaking off in chunks. It's hot girl summer, but it's also hot, dry desert summer here in California. So if chocolate orange isn't your thing, I think they do have other like flavors of this, but love this. Alright guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please let me know down in the comments below, what have your current favorites been? I love hearing from you guys, especially if it's something that I've gotten you into. That just makes my heart soar. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed down below, and also follow me on Instagram to see makeup looks comme ça, whenever I feel like it. And if you made it to the very end of this video, you glowy watermelons, you get the bonus meme.
What? Oh shit, what?
I almost gave a fuck.
Oh shit!